Welcome to the Punchline Project, the only show held together by duct tape, caffeine, and the ghost of bad ideas. Dusty's out today, again, reportedly eaten by a raccoon he tried to train. Can you guys believe that?
Yeah.
So in his place, we've summoned a man from the opposite corner of the chaos dimension. First up, he tattoos with motor oil, plays guitar like it owes him money, and once wrestled a deer in flip-flops. That's dangerous, Matt. Matt, the Big Red Breakdown, is in the building. Say hi to the folks, Matt.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Clarice. I think we've made that joke
You did it once.
I've made that joke about. Hold on. I got to finish
when
this.
you tested my movie knowledge.
Me. And beside me, as always, the human ellipsis, the quiet chaos. He's been off the grid so long, the grid filed a missing persons report. When he speaks, it's either genius or a threat. It's the shadow behind the soundboard. Kev. Wow, he clapped for himself.
Who hit that?
Today's show
Where'd that applause come from?
Has no script besides the one I'm reading right now.
Yeah.
No plan besides the first 1 minute and 40 seconds. One mic, well, 3 mics,
Technically.
and the lingering smell of gasoline and regret. Let's get into it. So usually, okay, I guess we'll just start with
Matt's the gasoline.
right, yeah.
Where the
yeah.
regret.
Yeah. I think it's because we're regretting Matt. Is that what it is? Are we regretting Matt?
No.
No, never.
Most people do.
Most people do.
He's a man. He has a beard.
That's what she said, right?
That's what she said.
That's not what she said.
And he was in a band.
So usually,
Ish.
oh
No, you were, bro.
oh yeah, Matt.
I was there, but I had no clue what was going on.
So I guess we'll just go into it. We'll just give y'all a little introduction to Matt. Matt was in a band. Matt knows how to tattoo. Matt works on cars. Well, works on the exterior of cars.
Collision.
So
Collision.
you get in a wreck.
Yeah.
You call this guy. Your podcast gets into a wreck.
Call this guy.
We called him. He said, if y'all ever need anything, call me. And I said,
He showed up for us.
411, Matt, Dusty's out. Got eaten by a raccoon somehow. He was training a raccoon, got eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Matt said, I understand. Happens all the time. I'll be there.
Well, what I said was, did you say Dusty's out? Yeah, I'll be there.
So, wait, Dusty's not going to be there, right?
Yeah, Dusty's not going to be there. He's not going to be there. Are you sure? Because if he's going to be there, I'm busy, dude.
JK, Dusty.
JK.
We love you.
I'm serious.
He said I won't do it with him. I refuse.
Hey, he talked shit about me when I wasn't here that episode.
That is true. That is true. Hey, and him and Landon have talked shit about me on their podcast, even though they deny it. They say there's no proof. I've looked for it. I couldn't find the proof. But I know for a fact that I heard it on a video. I don't know.
Yeah, and so Dusty doesn't get upset. Shout out, Dropped Outdoors.
Absolutely.
We are on a
We
roll.
don't want him to get all in our ass
That's
about
right.
not shouting him out,
That's right.
especially when they're not here.
That's right. We
So-
got apparently so Landon and Dusty, after the first time that I ever went on their podcast, they, I was like, oh my gosh, that was so fun. I would love to do something like that. And they were like, well, dude,
Come on.
yeah, come on it. And and I was like, that's what she said, right? And
Landon says, "Me casa suit cost."
yeah, that's right. That's right. I said I was going to sue Costa anyway.
He
right?
literally said that to me last time I was here.
We're like immigrants. We're just going to come in your house, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
basically.
cool. And Matt's Irish, so he definitely was an immigrant. Well, not you personally.
Well, no.
Allegedly.
Do you
No.
got your green card?
Allegedly.
We're not going to talk about that on here.
This actually was just
Cut the feed.
Now while I'm drinking something.
So So as kind of like that, Nikki and I have been like long planning pranks on Kevin and stuff like
yeah,
that.
long conning me.
Kevin and I actually have been long conning you because we know you're the child of immigrants and we're not sure that you have your paperwork. So open up.
We're also not sure where you're from exactly. We just said the Irish because of the red beard.
Well,
and-
I said I think he's from Alabama, and they said, "Sir, we'll take care of it."
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Well,
because you're
Alabama.
not originally from Texas, right?
no,
Where are you originally from again?
I was born in Alabama and raised in Arkansas.
Okay.
And I'm not. No, that's not. The answer is no. Like none of
His
that.
not his
No,
his dad.
don't even go there.
His dad is not his great uncle.
No.
So
Yeah.
I don't have a brother cousin. Well, no, I don't.
Oh,
he was like,
hold on.
wait, maybe I do.
It's
Well,
in question.
She's not my cousin. Or wait, no, you said brother cousin, right?
Yeah,
He's not my cousin, but he is my brother.
could be my cousin.
But
Hey,
he
we-
was definitely doing it with my mom.
There was
Was
a
it, was it episode 1 we looked up? It's legal to marry your second cousin
Oh,
in
yeah.
Texas.
Oh, so we're good.
Yeah.
Matt,
We're
let's
straight,
just,
brother.
and let's just be honest, Matt never was really worried about the legality of it.
No.
He was like, it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Hey, and I just we painted a bad picture. We did a poor job. Kevin and I did a poor job of painting our first ever guest on the pod. Well, no, actually, first ever guest that's never been on it before. We painted our first ever guest as like some backwoods redneck,
Ding, 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 ding,
yeah,
ding, ding.
cousin
He was in a band.
boinking.
That's all you,
You
need
know.
to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't tell you what kind of band it was.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we
He
could.
played the spoon.
Yeah,
The washboard.
sounded like you're. Never mind.
From Alabama. Pocket sand.
You're lucky there's a microphone right here. So I was gonna say.
Well, let me get the sensor ready.
Oh no. Okay, it's ready.
Yeah.
Ready? You sound like you were playing your.
That was for the
That's
people.
a joke.
That was for the if one of the 40 people that watch this is
Yeah.
at work.
and I
Well, one
actually,
of them's here. So 39.
the one, the
others.
but
person,
you might watch it at work.
the person,
I
who,
just listened to it.
yeah, Matt,
I already know what you guys look like. So
he just listens to it on Spotify, right? He's like, I don't want to watch these motherfuckers.
And you've already seen Dusty's tits.
I've seen Dusty's nuts, bro. There's not much
Haven't
of
we
Dusty
all?
that any
Haven't
of us
we
have
all?
not seen.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bet you that well, I won't say this, but I would say I bet you a majority of the people who consistently watch the podcast have unfortunately at one time seen it or not.
a body part of Dusty's. Yeah,
A body,
they're not supposed to
yeah,
see.
an illegal something that the state of Idaho would deem illegal that you put on the back of your truck. Do you know what we're talking about,
yeah.
Matt?
Did you
Truck
see that
nuts.
one?
Oh, Matt knows what Matt
Truck
actually.
nuts.
So he is. So this is actually one of those fucking
Matt's
fan
a real
episodes.
man. Matt's a real man. Of course he would know
Yeah,
that.
this is secret time. This is actually a fuck a fan episode. Matt just paid us $72.49 to be on this podcast. It's gonna be rated X.
We've never met.
and we've never met this man. He sent me that intro and I know I said, and it was weird that it was scripted, and I said that it wasn't scripted because he's making us. It's actually only $50 a month for fuck a fan. But
Oh,
we got
shit.
72 because Matt paid for us to read his own intro to us. It's pretty interesting.
He wrote it.
What do they call that? It's like where you have somebody write a song for you.
I was gonna say, where you have, you're like where you
bad.
have
You're the
somebody.
magician,
$10
buddy.
extra.
What'd you say? A sexual predator?
No,
Where you have
Oh.
somebody what? Sorry.
no. That's the adults that go to Disney World. That's what
God.
those
Oh
are.
yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a funny story about Disney, or
Yeah.
it's not funny, but
It's actually terrifying.
it's actually really terrifying.
if you're,
But
only if you're a kid though.
Yeah.
If you're an adult, no problem. Have fun.
Right.
Don't take your kids. Then it would just be a amusement park full of adults. Is that weird?
Yeah, it's like
I think-
Six Flags on Halloween.
No shit.
Same-
yeah,
same
that's
shit.
exactly what it's like.
Yeah. But with
I mean,
big
I-
plushy
oh,
characters.
I know what you were trying to say earlier.
What's that?
A Ghost Rider.
No.
Oh.
Where you like you have like a TikTok personality, and you pay them like $30, and they give you a shout out on a video. You know what I'm talking about? They call
Advertising?
No. So like on your birthday, right? I could call.
Oh,
You know
My
what I'm
birthday?
like old Shelly Scoville.
Cameo?
Cameo.
Yeah, cameo,
Cameo.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
I
it
was
a-
thinking-
It was a.
I
I
was-
paid extra for a cameo to read my own intro. That's what happened.
Yeah. You paid for the cameo and then did
Sent
your own
my-
intro.
Yeah. So I got fucked. That's what happened.
Yeah,
I
you're
paid
gonna,
and
buddy.
I did
You're
the work.
gonna.
I paid and I did the work.
So usually we do at the beginning we do Kevin or Dusty's Smarter Than Us segment. We don't have Dusty, and since we just met Matt 30 minutes ago, we're gonna skip to the end and we're gonna do Kevin's video of the day. So Matt, I know you've probably
Well, I mean, I got a couple of we
and
can show y'all today.
Matt
but-
has seen all the podcasts because I did ask him if he knew what we were talking about when we said Idaho band.
Oh, yeah, the
when we were
truck
just
nuts?
talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that just
yeah,
now,
yeah.
and I said, "Do you know what we're talking about?" He said, "Truck nuts."
Yep.
I said, "Noise." So he does watch it. What a loser!
He's a real bro. He's a real pal.
That's
To
right.
be fair, I haven't seen the newest one.
Well, son of a
It's all right. I
bitch.
just finished it the other day.
I really wish
mean,
you
what?
wouldn't have just fucking said that, dude, because I have a whole joke. And it's based around you watching the last episode,
And
and
you
now
haven't even watched it yet.
Oh no.
that was literally gonna feel like 30 minutes of our time. So
We're gonna have to start over.
yeah. So no, we're not gonna start over
Just
since
kidding.
Matt just destroyed this whole episode.
That's
Take
what
it
I
away.
do. I come in and I destroy
away.
shit.
Take it away.
Okay, so we've done this in what three
Three straight, I think.
three straight episodes. So three straight episodes. Y'all, Kevin did miss last week.
What?
Kevin did miss last week. He was sick, or no, you were having coitus with his wife.
Indisposed.
Daisy, get out of here. Go. Sorry, we have
Shoot, Daisy.
Yeah, all right, you can stay, Daisy. You're so sweet. But you've seen when we do Kevin's video of the day and then we grade his.
Yeah,
You have.
I think so. Yeah.
He doesn't watch the whole show. It's okay. So what we usually do is Kevin gives us a TikTok video and we give him a score,
Okay.
1 to 10.
1 to 10.
1 to 10. But we're doing points. We're doing like 2.3. We haven't gotten that.
They're
low.
pretty. Well, they're pretty harsh on me.
Yeah. So we'll do like 6.4.
So I started.
So this is
my
supposed to
first.
be
My
funny,
first
right?
video has been my first
Yeah.
video. My first video has been my best.
It was.
Now the rest have all been funny, but the first one was like
Mhm.
major leagues.
Yeah.
She's a veteran.
Yeah. He went for it.
Yeah,
You
I
know
went
how-
balls out on the first video, and we still haven't got the cameo from her yet, but we need to
Yeah,
to have
we
her do
are.
an intro
Yeah.
one episode or something.
Yeah.
But
All right, dog.
okay,
So and we're also giving him like reasons behind that too.
Okay, so
So-
we're grading on how funny it is.
Yes, we're
Okay,
grading
all right.
grading it on funniness, and then we are giving a brief summary of why we think that. Are you ready, Kevo?
yeah. So this is all my For You pages now on TikTok. Is these
Oh.
these AI videos.
Oh yes,
Hold on, let me get the video over. Sorry.
that's okay, brother. It's okay.
What?
See if you can. Oh yeah, about it.
What?
No, I was gonna say see if you can move it over a little bit, but Matt is full of solutions.
Problem
No,
solver.
You're good. Yeah. There you go. Beautiful.
There we go. You ready? Just kidding, man.
See, Kevin's got so good at this computer thing. He's over here joking around like it's not. He was like, I could do this all day.
All right, there we go. You ready?
Ready.
Me a night vision monocular. I will find me a human tonight. Still no
It's cut off.
the cost of this monocular. I gotta take care of something right now, but
God dang it. Why is it cutting off?
Is it what's it? Oh, because you
Oh,
made it
God
smaller.
dang
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh man, that's so good.
need a night vision monocular for cheap. I'll leave the link below.
It's so good.
I got me a
Link
night
in
vision.
bio.
LinkedIn
I will
bio.
find me a human tonight. Still this was worth the cost of this monocular. I gotta take care of something right.
Dude.
That's a great one.
I
That's good.
I love that AI one.
The funniest part, put it back up there real quick. The funniest part to me, and so play or fast forward, or yeah, I guess you don't have to fast forward or whatever, but
Leave the link below.
you can just leave it. Here,
I got me a night vision.
I'll tell you when to
binocular.
pause it. How about
I will
that?
find me a human tonight.
I think you got to pause it on the left.
Yeah.
Still no
Yeah,
human.
pause it right there. Okay, right. So the first thing that I thought when I saw that is I could see Dusty doing like a hunting YouTube video,
Oh, for sure.
and then looking through his night vision, and then going over there himself and putting on like a.
This is gonna be. He's gonna make a TikTok like this eventually.
Dude, that's so fucking funny. All right, so I like that one.
Quick.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one.
Do
So.
you guys think Helen Keller?
Whoa,
Whoa. Hey, we can watch that one next. I like
Yeah.
that one.
that's something else.
And because it gave me that vision of Dusty doing the same thing that was that Bigfoot?
Yeah,
The same thing that
Bigfoot
Bigfoot was doing.
vlogs.
I'm going to say, and it's going to take a lot to get over. I don't remember. So I remember Dusty gave you a really high score on the
Yeah,
Shelly video.
Shelly.
I think he gave you
however you say it, it was like a 9. He gave me like a 9.2.
Yeah,
or
I
something
think he
like
gave you a
that.
9.5, and then he moved it down to 9.2 just
Yeah.
so that in the future we could have it. And I think I might have given you like a 7, a high 7 or low 8,
don't
something like
remember.
that. I want to say on this one because it's not as funny as Miss Scoville.
No, nothing's good as Miss Scoville.
Love her, love you, girl.
I'm probably gonna play another one of her.
Okay,
Eventually, but
perfect. So I'm gonna go with a 6.8. It was funny. It was funny. Like it's mainly just the one part. Okay, so here's my thing about the AI stuff. It's been in my feed so hard for the
yeah,
last,
mine's
bad.
bad.
So it's just like any other content. If it's not, so when I see it, I've seen so many good of the Yeti, Bigfoot, alien, raccoon,
Squirrel.
squirrel.
Mm.
God, I
Nikki-
don't like those.
Nikki just sent this one to me earlier.
I don't like squirrel ones. I don't like squirrels. But I've seen so many and that are so good that the I can't just give it, like a 9, right? It's gonna have to be like we're gonna have to take a break because I'm laughing so fucking hard. So what are you thinking, Matt?
I was thinking 7.5.
Do you know what that is in numerical terms?
Numerical terms.
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5.
No, we were
7.5.
playing who's dumber than Matt right now.
7.25.
So what did you think about the video? And
Well, I wasn't expecting
Yeah.
what I saw.
Yeah.
shock value.
I love
shock value, yeah.
Shock value is always key. I
It
think.
hit
Oh,
my funny
man.
bone for sure. It hit
Watch,
my-
watch.
Imagine your first time seeing that, like just sitting on your couch and you're like, huh, and then bam.
Yeah. That's
Oh
what
my
it
god,
was.
it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
And I think that's kind of my thing about these videos is that I'm not gonna say they're actually getting less funny as we go, but it is like AI is gonna have to. I don't even know how you do those videos, to be honest with you. I know
Some of it's gonna have to chill.
Yeah, some of it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so what put in?
We can do another one. Or
yeah. Let's do another one.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Oh yeah, you said you don't like this, but you're gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're
do
gonna watch it. You're gonna watch it.
and I'm gonna like it.
We had to move.
You can cover my face. It's fine.
Brenda might have leaked intel, or maybe she's just full of peanut butter ghosts. I don't know. New base, new traps. I trust nothing but dirt in this one emotionally damaged stick.
Brenda's talking, but it ain't her voice, it's the damn birds. They're in her head. She just told me my tail's a government antenna. And I think I believe her.
They planted it in my tail, the birds, the government, someone. It's buzzing, y'all. I hear codes. I'm gonna shave it. I gotta shave the antenna. We had to move. Brenda might have
Is
leaked
he talking
intel, or
about
maybe
shaving
she's
his
full of peanut
tail?
butter ghosts. I don't know.
So,
New base,
Brenda told
new
him.
traps. I
Brenda
trust
told him his tail was an antenna.
Brenda wasn't wrong.
Brenda, the peanut butter jar. It looks like.
I like that one. I mean, man, play that one.
my tail. I got Brenda. I repeat, IG.T Brenda. Open the hatch. Open the damn hatch.
Talk, Brenda. I know they got to you. Pigeons don't jam frequencies unless they're hiding something.
Pigeons don't
Listen
jam
up,
frequencies
y'all.
unless.
These pigeons ain't just birds. They're spies. Trained, feathered government operatives. I seen them swap signals at the bird bath.
They're on my tail. I got Brenda. I repeat.
I seen them swap signals at the bird bath.
So is that like just back to back? That's like that's like parts of the story, huh? Like
Yeah,
if you
I
like
think
watch,
that- yeah.
if you went to their page and just kind of watched them. Who is this Bunker J Squid?
Bunker J Squirrel.
Oh, that I'm dumb for not knowing that one. Yeah, I just saw the SQUI and I assumed it spells squid. I'm gonna say,
Yeah, there's all kinds of funny things we can talk about.
yeah. Do this Bigfoot one right here because I do enjoy these AI ones.
This is a good one.
Yeah,
Look what I
I hate this thing.
found. Yeah. Some of that devil's lettuce.
Smells like Bob Marley's armpit. This ain't a 4-leaf clover, but I feel lucky.
Bro, I ain't steering. Jack is my co-pilot, man. Look what I found.
I wish that one would have been longer. That one was good.
Some of that devil's lettuce.
Co-pilot.
That one was pretty good. If we were scoring that, I'd probably go like 8.5 on that. 8.5.
Yeah.
Nice.
8.5.
I'll take it.
Matt's gonna give a score in millimeters
That's right.
in socket
100,
range.
160 millimeters.
Socket range.
Whoa. That seems pretty high. That's good, right? Is that a good score or no?
No, yeah, 8.5.
I couldn't tell
No,
you.
he said 160 millimeters.
That's big as fuck.
I was gonna say it sounds
That's
like
one of
Actually, let's
sounds like
see,
pretty
how
good
many
sound.
millimeters are in an inch?
I don't know.
I'll give it 3
Pass.
inches,
I don't
Pass.
which is typical.
Yeah.
On a good day.
Yeah.
So since Matt already admitted he hasn't watched the last episode, and so he totally ruined this joke.
Tell it
But
anyways.
I'm gonna ask it. Or I'm
Tell
gonna
it
say.
anyways.
So Matt, since you did watch the last episode, as you previously mentioned, what is your nuanced opinion of the Middle East, specifically the theater of war between Israel and its neighbors post 1945? And continuing, what would you do to resolve the ongoing crisis?
Holy fuck, dude. You just sent me for a fucking loop, bro. I thought we were just going to tell dick jokes.
Bring the McRib back.
Yeah.
Wait, it's still back though, isn't it? They didn't.
I don't know.
Oh.
No. The McRib's not back. I just went through McDonald's yesterday, and they
Oh.
didn't. If they didn't say nothing to me about it,
Yeah. You look at me, dude. I'm holding out for the Shamrock Shake.
yeah.
bro.
So
Hey.
enough with you skirting around the question.
Sorry. That's
Go
my
ahead.
fault.
Go ahead. What do you tell us?
Yeah.
Everything we need to know. That's why you came on. You said you had something. I assumed it was about the Middle East.
I don't know shit about the Middle East.
Tell us about the war.
I
You
know.
don't know nothing about the war. I thought you were. I just assumed that's what he wanted to talk about. I mean,
Oh.
look at him.
Well, there's always a war. Isn't
His
there?
hat's red. His beard's red.
Yeah.
I just assumed he was
You
ready.
just thought I was ready for war.
Well, the first word in red is red, or the first word in ready is red, right? Red.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's read.
huh? Read.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch, we don't even know how to read.
Son of a bitch. So hey, just so you know, that's not the last episode that you missed. That
Okay.
it didn't talk about that. It's the next one. So you haven't seen it yet. 'Cause
Okay.
It's not available in international waters yet. And then
So
I'll-
if I ever have the privilege of gracing this stage again,
Yeah,
I'll
you'll
have
be
watched
ready.
it and I'll be ready.
yeah. Well, actually, what I would suggest is watch is it 7? Starting to stack up at this point.
You know,
watch
it's-
7, skip 8.
So
Skip
many.
8.
We've done so
Skip
many
8.
now.
Right.
Wait,
Would you?
wait a minute. Now is 8? 8's the one.
Yeah, that's the one you would suggest. No, wait. Yeah, that was the one everyone should skip.
That's the one
Yes.
that
Seven
I
was
showed up at the
Anunnaki.
end of it.
Yeah, 7 was on.
Anunnaki. Yeah.
8 was Brad.
No, that's the one I want to watch.
Just
talk
Brad.
about it
The
so
next
much,
one?
I want to watch
Yeah,
it.
next one?
no, the one we did last week. Or
Yeah, the one that's fixing to come out.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't watch it.
That's what I told Mickey.
Don't watch it. If you enjoyed our other content, you're gonna fucking hate that one. So maybe if
Bradley
you,
apologized so hard after that episode. I was like,
Maybe-
this is your.
maybe if you hated everything else, you'll really like that one. So
Hmm.
don't watch that one, and then you can watch this one, Matt.
It's a different one.
This one?
Yeah, I would suggest it. I mean, what do you think? Do you think you should watch it?
Well, I mean, I'm on this one, so probably not. Because they say you're not supposed to watch your heroes or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You're never supposed.
You're your own hero.
No, me
Yeah,
too.
I'm my own fucking
That's
hero.
deep.
Never
bro.
stream your heroes on YouTube.
Yeah,
That-
don't
and that's
do
why.
that.
That's how we keep our numbers down because we're
Yeah.
so many people's heroes.
Yeah.
So okay, Matt, since you're
Oh, I was gonna say we're nobodies.
I thought
That's
that
why our numbers are
I
down
thought
because
our
we're
numbers were.
nobody's hero.
I thought our numbers were down because everybody said don't.
Oh,
watch.
don't. Well, yeah,
Don't
that
watch
makes
your
more
heroes.
sense.
Yeah,
You're right.
so-
I fucked that up. You're
So
right.
I did have some questions for you, Matt. First, hold on, my phone keeps going to sleep. First, Matt, have you ever lived in Florida?
Yes.
Knew it.
Oh, what's this? What,
Knew it.
What are we tickling?
I'm tickling him every time he gets an answer right.
Why would I get that wrong? I know
Well,
where I live.
Well, the problem that I had was I was gonna.
Tickling him every time he gets an answer right, and you just asked him where he lived.
I guess I should have said that. I guess I should have said that first. I should have said Matt's got. I should have said Matt. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm gonna tickle you every time. But I thought he was gonna have a different reaction, but he just had this look of shock on his face.
Well, I mean-
like the fuck is this guy touching me for?
I thought you were like frisking him for a weapon or something.
Right, that's
You're
the
from
other
Florida. Frisking for a weapon.
Kevin,
or drugs.
have you ever lived in Florida?
I've been to Florida.
Have you ever lived
I've
there?
never lived there.
Correct.
Correct.
Oh, the tickle monster.
And then the next part of that.
You got that one right.
And then I was telling Lauren that I was gonna do that, and then she was like, "Oh, I didn't know Matt lived in Florida," and I was like,
You had to double check it.
"Yeah." And then I said, "So make sure Matt lived in Florida, not South Carolina." I can't remember.
I live both.
You got it.
What?
You're right.
I tickled myself.
You
I
did
moved
look-
from South Carolina to Florida.
When?
Whenever my daughter was
He said,
like a year old.
So
Nope.
Nope.
Before she was a year old.
was Florida like everybody says it is? Was Florida like? Was it crazy? Like I've been to Florida
Okay,
once.
so-
I've been to Florida once. I've been to Orlando Airport, and the
It
airport
wasn't that wild.
Yeah, and didn't say that. And the Miami or outside of Miami. I've never actually ventured into Florida. So is Florida, like you can say Florida man and everybody's gonna be like, what'd he do?
Yeah.
Right?
All right,
Yeah.
so here's the deal. When I moved to Florida, I moved to what's called Heaven's Waiting Room.
Is that like a retirement?
It might as well.
Sounds
be.
like it sounds
Right?
like a place
Because
where people get
whenever you're young, right, and spry, and you're like, "Fuck, we're moving to Florida, right?"
How old were you?
Beaches. I was in my early 20s.
Okay.
I was in my early
Oh
20s.
yeah,
this
so you were
was-
yeah.
pumped.
So this was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
was-
then you get there and you get all settled in. You're like, fuck, I got to hit the beach, man. Because, Florida.
Right.
Spring break, right?
Yeah.
And then you get to the fucking beach and it's a bunch of
it's
fucking.
November, but it's like
It's a bunch of 80-year-old women like bending over picking up shark's teeth.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's where I was at.
Yeah.
I was in
Oh,
Fort
it was a
Myers.
retirement.
yeah, and
place.
and you were just out there handing Cialis out like it was spring
thought-
break.
Well,
I thought
I
you were
didn't
saying-
need them anymore.
I thought you were implying you moved to a crime-ridden neighborhood.
You
You said Heaven's Waiting Room, and I immediately went, "Oh, he went to a place like people get murdered all the time." I wasn't even thinking like a retirement, like a retirement city or whatever, like retirement town.
Matt's
Wasn't
like
even thinking about that.
Matt's like hell's waiting room, and Kevin's like, oh, retirement home.
All right, so where I lived at was about 20 minutes north of Naples. And that's
Italy?
where Florida, Bradley. We're on the same page,
God.
right? Yeah. You did not get it wrong.
Yeah.
You have to tickle yourself.
You don't get any tickles.
Well, he
I could
tickled himself.
Yeah.
I thought the tickles were if you get it right.
Oh, but for me, if I get them wrong,
You tickle yourself?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
and if I get them right,
What I experienced was a bunch of rich people from New York that moved to Florida, to that area in the wintertime because it's so cold in New York.
Right.
And in the summertime, they would go back.
up.
But in my industry, what I do, fixing wrecked cars,
What I do.
is
Oh,
a fucking gold mine,
Business
dude.
was
Oh,
a booming.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
a gold mine.
There
I
was
made
nothing
so much
but
money.
so there's nothing
a lot of dents to repair.
A lot. Yeah.
A lot of people backing into their trash cans.
If Matt could ever find a city in Florida that just had like retirees and Asian people, he'd be like,
He'd clean it
I'm
up.
opening a business
Yeah.
right now because Asian people can't
Be
drive.
the king of Florida,
Asian people can't drive. Old people can't drive, right?
allegedly.
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 Alle-
Well, not allegedly. I'm telling you, old people
Well-
can't fucking drive.
So you were making bank,
I made a lot of money in Florida.
living
without a doubt.
living on the beach. There was just no.
I was the only hot one there. Let me tell you. And look at me, I'm not that hot.
Were you hosting underground street races out of your, out of your body shop?
I was the only one there. A bunch of old ladies in caprices and shit.
Golf carts?
Golf carts.
The underground street races of golf carts?
You got to stop. You gotta-
Fire them up!
Matt just came on this podcast to turn me on. I swear to God, he's just talking about old ladies capri pants.
With a little saggy pouch in the ass part of it.
Are there
Shit.
what's it called? Are there like naked villages down there? What are they called?
nude beaches?
Nude beaches?
Yeah.
There
Well,
are.
not nude beaches, like nude villages.
There
you know
are,
what I mean? Like,
but I never went to one.
Allegedly.
because there's one like right around the
There's
corner.
one
from
right
y'all.
around the corner
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They won't. We've been trying to interview them. They won't let us in.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I know a guy.
I heard they party on Saturdays.
I've never been there for real, but I know a guy.
Well, we plan on sending Dusty as with obviously because
Yeah.
he has no.
He
problem.
doesn't have a
he's
problem
the,
taking his
he's the only
pants
one
off.
comfortable enough to do it.
I've seen Dusty's butthole in this backyard.
I saw his nuts in the garage.
Yeah. Probably the same night.
I saw his
It
nuts.
was on
it-
his birthday.
It was his birthday party. Yeah.
I same night saw his nuts in my mouth.
Whoa.
I mean,
Hey.
on my chin, in
This
my
is
head.
not that kind of show.
Oh, my bad. My bad. That's when you guys.
We
leave.
want people to watch it at work, remember?
Not work safe.
Sorry, Nikki, put your headphones in.
Work is a wonderful place. Wherever you work is fantastic and lovely, and we are here.
Work, a wonderful treat.
The more you sleep, the more you beat your meat.
The more you
Oh,
want to,
No.
damn!
the more you want to take a bath with a fucking toaster.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's a goddamn cougar in the car.
You said
get in
the
the
more
car.
you want to take a bath with a
Yeah.
toaster.
Yes.
It's a
That's what
suicide
work
joke.
is.
It's a
Is that what-
suicide joke.
Oh,
Is
you
that-
can't say suicide anymore. It's
Oh,
unalive.
sorry. It's an unalive joke.
It's an unalive joke. You can't say suicide
you're right,
anymore.
you're
That's
right.
a big no-no.
You're
Matt,
right.
you've said suicide 3 times in the last 12 seconds.
I said Kevin can't say it. I didn't say that I can't.
We're gonna
Okay, I don't follow the rules.
we're gonna have to bleep that out.
Kevin said,
Fucking
or Matt
editing.
said, Matt says, I'm a
You
guest.
can't say.
Matt said, I'm a guest. I'm only here for right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to say what the fuck I want.
Yeah. All the words you're not supposed to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really hoping Kevin would be like, bleep. And I was going to say a bunch of shit, but no.
I'll get it ready.
No. The moment is past.
All right, I won't do it.
Kind of like the boner I just had. It's all past.
Ew.
Mine has not.
Oh, is it like a
I'm always
nervous
hard.
boner or are you horny?
No, I'm scraping myself to death on my zipper right now, though. I'll tell you that.
But is it from nerves? Are you nervous? Are
I'm
you-
not nervous at all.
You're not nervous at all? So this
Nope.
is just no big fucking deal to you. We've just been working our asses
Yeah.
off for the last,
Trying to make you feel
8
comfortable and
episodes.
welcome.
yeah. And
We're all nervous
You know
about
what?
this, and Matt's like, I don't give 2 shits about you and your podcast.
You're lucky
It
that
might be because of these guys right here.
the Johnny Walker makes
Johnny-
you friendly.
That's right.
Johnny and Paul Walker.
You're lucky that if I whipped one
R.I.P.
of these instruments on you in the background here, that this would not be allowed on the internet. Otherwise, I would be, as you have just insulted me.
Well,
on my own podcast.
I'll just stick my finger in the barrel, friend. I've seen the cartoons. I know what happens. Joke's on you.
Yeah, the barrel explodes,
The
nerd.
barrel explodes.
It's like on
You ain't never seen Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
what is that movie that the guy who plays Borat's on, where he plays like the leader of a Middle Eastern country? What's
Oh,
it?
Dictator.
That's
or
why
The
you look
dick-
familiar,
Yeah.
dude. Holy shit. Bradley.
Well, first of all, he had way less gray hair.
No,
than
you
me.
don't look like Borat.
Oh, I look like the people that they were trying
You
to
look
kill.
like Sacha Baron Cohen.
No, you look like Borat's retard brother Bilo.
Fuck you.
Entry, please.
I knew you looked familiar.
Pain
It's
in my
Bilo.
ass. He's pain in my asshole.
Anyway, I was thinking about the part where he's like, "You need to make the bomb more pointy," and he's like, "Leader, it does not matter what shape the missile is in." He was like, "No, it needs to be pointy." He said, "I saw American cartoon," and he was like, Supreme Leader. He was like, "Was it the duck that the?" And he's like, "Yes." And he was like, "And then did the duck have to turn his bill back to the front of his face?" And he was like, "Yes, that is the one." He was like, "Supreme Leader, that was just a cartoon." And he says, "Oh yes, of course I know it." And then the guy turns around. He says, "I'm the cinephile now, Kevin."
All right, take it easy, bro.
Matt,
Why?
What?
I'm the cinephile now. Do you see how I just quoted some movie
Yeah,
lines?
it was pretty impressive.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
That might be the first time I've ever done that before where I said,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I butchered the shit out of it. But
Maybe not.
I don't
maybe
know.
not. Maybe not.
I've only seen that. I've only seen that movie. I've only seen that movie a handful of times.
I showed it to John the other night.
Did you like it?
He laughed so fucking hard through the whole
I was
movie.
gonna say,
not-
did he get it?
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Oh, he got it.
I'm
He
not
got
gonna
it.
lie. I feel like that he has a similar sense of humor.
Oh,
to
he
some-
absolutely
like
does.
Well, yeah.
Especially-
Look who he's been around.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
absolutely
saying,
does.
like, as far as like movies are concerned, because we like the dumbass, like Nacho Libre type movies.
They're not dumb. They're not dumb.
They're senseless.
What's it called? Like slapstick comedy
yeah,
or something like
knee
that?
slappers.
No, they're not dumb. They're geniuses.
Oh yeah.
But it's like that senseless, like it almost doesn't make sense kind of humor.
Yeah.
Where like one thing
Mm-hmm.
does not make sense with the other, and that's what makes it funny.
The kind you show your wife and she doesn't laugh.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
rolls.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's my opinion is if I think something's funny, I say it to Lauren. She tells me I'm stupid and rolls her eyes. It's gold.
Oh,
like
for
it's
sure.
it's comedy gold. Like I said, oh, Matt's gonna be on the podcast. She said, you know.
Yeah, she already knows.
She was like,
Are
oh,
you
and so I
you
was like,
sure about that?
and she said, I hate that idea, and I was like, so it's gold, right? No,
Yeah.
She said,
I'm just,
"What?"
I'm just kidding. She did not say that.
She's not invited to the next barbecue. I'll tell you that. You
Oh.
gotta get a new +1. Lauren, no
Don't tempt
longer
me.
+1.
Don't tempt me with a good time. But remember back in the day, I
I'm
used-
hiring a divorce lawyer. Just so you know.
for me.
He's got one on retainer.
Yeah.
No, I
Hey,
don't. No, I freaking don't.
No, not you.
Oh, Matt.
Matt.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Oh, yeah.
me.
No, remember he threw all his HOA
Oh, the
fights.
HOA bullshit.
Oh, he just has a. I thought you were
bro.
saying he had a divorce lawyer. I thought you were saying Matt had a
No,
divorce.
Kim, he doesn't have
I
a
was
divorce
like,
lawyer on
I said
retainer.
of all the things we're gonna have to edit, that,
What? Because they're not. Oh yeah, after all the things we
Yeah.
have to edit out.
yeah, we're gonna have to edit. Matt comes on this episode and just admits that he has a divorce lawyer on retainer. That's not good.
That's not what I said. I'm sure Kimberly does. Because, I mean, fucking look at me.
Hey, you know what?
She's waiting for
You know
Why
what?
would you say that?
Yeah.
I don't
Huh?
know.
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
Okay, back to the
I
HOA.
don't know.
Back to the
Isn't it
HOA.
like it was like a township, not a HOA? Isn't that what you said? Was what it was called?
A
Or what are they-
covenant.
Covenant. That's right.
That's what
Because
you-
they
so
don't
you-
collect
Same
dues.
thing.
So you live in like a Mormon community?
They practice witchcraft.
I don't
They're
know.
You're
a
a
covenant.
covenant?
Yeah.
Okay, so Matt is definitely the only one of us that lives in an HOA. He's the only person my parents.
They're not an HOA.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
are not an
they're
HOA,
a
yes.
covenant. It's Indiana Jones shit.
They're
it's
a covenant of people that get together and like to pretend they have rules.
yeah,
Right.
but
And I tell them to fuck off. That's what I do.
Yeah.
what would be easier for you to tell us, your favorite HOA story or your most recent HOA story? Which one do you want?
Okay.
Just
All
go with it. We
I
won't
don't
know
know
the
if I'm
di-
supposed to do this or not.
Yes, you are
but
supposed
I'm
to
gonna
do
this.
Yes,
all
you
right?
are supposed to do it.
So me and my wife have a relationship. We don't tell each other no, right? We just don't. We're both adults. We work for our money. We don't tell each other no.
Are we talking
we may-
sexually?
Should we do this?
Are we talking sexually? Yes, we should do this. I like how it's starting.
Okay.
Okay, so anyways,
I love how it's.
Yeah, I mean, you don't got to say where you live with the people's.
No, I'm not going to say any of
It's
that.
like
yeah.
1642, George Washington Lane. Come about 7. Dinner will be ready.
Yeah.
HOA will be pissed parking the yard.
Don't knock.
So,
Okay, let him do his thing.
we will have conversations about things that we want to do. Maybe this is a good idea. Maybe this is not, right? But it's your choice. You do what you want. Just understand there's consequences, whatever the case may be on either side, right? So my wife decides that she wants pet pigs. For a year, I told her I don't think it's a good idea, right? Just because it's
Pigs.
fucking something extra to do, right? And then I didn't tell her no. I just told her it wasn't a good idea, so she didn't do it. Well, finally, she decided she was going to do it. Well, if that's what you're going to do, we're in. I'm in, you know? So she goes and gets some pigs, and we build them a little pen out behind the garage.
When
We
you
have-
say we,
me and her.
okay.
So
Just checking,
Oh,
Kim.
you say you mean you?
Just checking.
Just checking, Kim. You better be helping.
Yeah.
So we build them a pen out
I'm pretty
behind
sure
the
they don't
garage.
even have.
Now, granted, I have 2 acres of land, right? And my neighborhood was built on the idea of having farm animals, right? There's cows and horses and shit out here, right? And so my neighbor to the side of me
To
at
the
the
north.
time, to the west, neighbor to the west, fuck the guy from the north, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways,
Go on.
so
sorry.
I'm out here building this pig pen one day, and this guy approaches the fence. Now he's a fucking weirdo, right? He's one of those like full blown like prepper type guys.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "I'm building a pen." He goes, "What for?" I said, "Well, for our pet pigs." He goes, "Oh, you know, those would be good to have, you know, in the event that the government takes over, you know, and you can't get groceries to have something to eat." This is a conversation that we had.
Right. Sorry.
And
Hey, I just want you to know I'm listening, even though I didn't hear what you just said for the last 15 seconds. And Dusty is right. I don't listen. I don't. Okay, go on. Sorry.
So this is a conversation that we had, and I'm just nodding along like, yeah, whatever. I got shit to do. Leave me alone, right? So, I get that. So like 3 days later, I get a knock on my front door, and it's the president of the HOA, and his
Covenant.
I'm not gonna
The
covenant.
covenant.
Right,
brother.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say his name, but it sounds with fucking asshole, right?
Oh,
So-
yeah. Steve Dennis.
yeah, that guy.
It rhymes
So-
with fork.
So I didn't even, I said, "Hey, what's up?" His name, right? And he goes, "You know," and what he said, he didn't say, "How's it going?" You know, he said, "You know why I'm here," right? And I'm like, "Oh, do I? You're standing on my front porch." Like, why?
Matt was like, "Shit, did I leave that pineapple on the porch again?"
I don't even have my right underwear on for this. But anyways, I'm like, "No, I don't know why you're here." And he's like, "The pigs, they got to go. You got 2 weeks." Right? And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "You're not supposed to have them." I'm like, "I don't see it anywhere in the bylaws for the HOA, right?" And he was like, "Well, it's just one of those known things. They tear up the ground and they do all this shit, right?" And I'm like, And the only thing I say to him is, "All right, I'll handle it," right? Walk in, slam the door. He's still standing on the front porch. So I let my wife know, and she makes some phone calls and some contacts, which I'm not at liberty to say.
Legally.
But within the day, we have paperwork on said pigs that turn them into emotional support animals. So now they're federally protected. At this point in time, you can nearly take them on a fucking airplane, right? So they're having emergency HOA meetings about my fucking pigs at my house. So I show up to an HOA meeting, and I've got all the paperwork for the emotional support animal paperwork. They've got names, they've got everything that they need, right? And I show up to the meeting, and I've got it in a manila folder, and I'm just standing back, me and Kimberly and my neighbor to the north, as a matter of fact. Fuck that guy. Shout out to the neighbor to the north.
Oh, yeah,
right?
he is to your north. Yeah, he is to your north.
Yeah.
I know where Matt lives.
So we three
I don't.
go to the HOA meeting, and we're just kind of standing in the background, and I'm holding the manila folder in my hand. And then HOA meetings have a way that they have to go. We got to talk about
Oh, they have to
last
record
week's
their minutes and stuff. Yeah.
and old business and new business and this and that and the other. And as soon as they bring up the business about the pigs, I just
Matt's
walked
like-
up to the table.
Matt's up
and
there.
put the manila folder down on the table and just backed up and didn't say shit. So they open it up and they start reading it, and you could just see the fucking anger just come across their faces, right? And the lady, there's a president and a vice president, right?
You
Male and a
tossed
female.
them the emotional support paperwork?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Said you've been served.
right. So the
You
lady,
suckers got served.
the lady looks at it and says, "We're gonna have to get some legal advice on this." And the guy across the table from her said, "I'll talk to an attorney." Right. And I said, "You don't really need to, because I already have one. I didn't go through all this just to come out looking like a fucking idiot."
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. You're going to leave us alone and let us live our fucking lives, because nobody even knew that they were there until the neighbor ran his fat mouth. And
Holy.
we can either do that, or you can keep fucking with me, and I'll take my attorney, which I really don't have, if we want to be honest, right?
Look, cut that part out. Cut that part out.
No,
He's got
he's
a
definitely
freaking
got
attorney.
one.
Dude, I'm just talking shit to these motherfuckers, right?
yeah.
And I was like, if you want to keep on fucking bothering me, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my attorney just set a court date. I've already heard you guys talk about your minutes and your finances, and you have $1,200 in the bank, and you can only use HOA funds to sue somebody. You can't use outside funds, right? There's rules and regulations to this shit. And since you don't collect dues, you have no money.
So you
Right.
can-
So we can go to court, and then my lawyer will ask for a continuance, which means you have a secondary court date to pay
Oh, so
for.
you're just
And I'll
bank-
just bankrupt
you're
you.
just-
I've never heard a word back from them since.
So your HOA
Eat
can
shit.
sue you,
If it's a
Well,
real
if
HOA,
they're not
they
a real
can.
HOA.
but this is a
But a real
this-
a real HOA, yeah,
this
can
is a
sue
con-
the shit
this
out
is
of
a
you.
contingency plan.
Yeah,
Like this HOA is not real.
it's not real.
No.
They say that they are, but every time they say something, I tell them to eat shit. I do what the fuck I want. I keep my property nice. I keep my grass mowed.
Right.
We have nice cars. I keep my place looking nice. They have no reason to bother me whatsoever.
So-
All right, so I live in a $300,000 house amongst.
Well,
No.
if this was a perfect fill-in for Dusty, just come on here telling us how rich you are.
No.
Oh, how much can you bench press, brother?
First of all, this house was inherited.
This is really just Dusty's clone right here. This is just a different version of Dusty.
I don't look like
Dusty can bench 500,000 pounds, and Matt has a $900 million house. Swoo! That's why he paid us to be on here. Continue.
My
Mr.
300
Richie Rich.
My inherited $300,000 house.
Oh,
is
sorry that my
amongst-
parents own.
A flirty dirt inherited.
Is amongst a bunch of $750,000 plus houses.
Yeah, well,
they
you-
want my house to be
You know,
gone.
you're just upping the story.
Yeah, well,
I live around a bunch of $750,000 million houses.
I don't want to be,
only
but
thing-
it's a free house.
Matt, the only
No,
thing,
everything's super expensive now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Matt, the only thing you inherited was both of your cousins' genes.
Fuck you, Bradley.
Because he's from Alabama. His parents are cousins.
Let me ask you, Billo. How did she react when you get this?
Wait, what?
You don't remember that?
Did you call him Bilo?
Wait, below?
Yeah.
Oh, below the.
Borat's retard brother.
Oh, y'all just said that earlier.
He said he
Yeah.
called you
So,
Bilo.
well, I'm accused.
Yeah, that just went right over.
Well, that was a long time ago.
I don't remember that
was
one,
a long
honestly.
time ago.
You don't remember that?
No.
It's when he was talking about how his brother Billo was in his cage and his sister was.
Oh, and one
you
day
will never
you
get
knew-
this. You will never
yeah,
get
okay.
this. And one day he break the cage and he get this.
I couldn't remember the
Okay,
name.
okay,
I
I
couldn't
remember
remember
it.
the name he said in the scene.
It was below.
Bilo.
Bilo.
Below.
La 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 la.
So when Matt started telling his story, it made me think of this video that Kevin's about to show us. and nobody knows we're about to do this because I did it in such a cryptic way that no one noticed for sure. So
100%.
for sure.
Yeah.
Can you pull over this video for us that I think that
Is this real, right? R.I.P. He is.
Yeah, no.
No.
That is real. That is
He
real.
is gone.
He
Okay.
is R.I.P.
R.I.P.
to the goat. The goat of
I don't-
goats.
I don't remember if I was.
We named a boat after this
Yeah,
dude.
I
dude.
don't remember if I was aware of this
Well,
or
good.
not.
We'll get there in a second, brother. Because we did. You can play on my-
I'm so pissed. I'm Donnie Baker, and I'm here to report a violation of statute of limitations to Court 7. I ain't filed the paperwork, but I want this on the record. This is where my boat used to be. I come home from work, my boat's been impounded. And I just built this boat ramp, so I want the state to reimburse me for all that lumber. Okay?
I
'Cause
love
my
this
boat,
video.
now I've got to mow this now. And some nights I would sleep in it. You not only impounded a boat, you took a whole room addition. All because my neighbor to the north told the homeowners association my boat was an eyesore. Well, so's your wife, Mitchell. We ain't supposed to have livestock in this neighborhood, yet you married a sea cow. Well, I'll say it right to his face. I'll say it right to his face in cursive, because he knows if he comes over, I'll scissor kick his gizzard and break his carotid artery.
Do y'all remember when this came out?
Dude,
Oh,
this
yeah.
was
Dude,
like
this when we lived in a trailer
Yeah.
park, bro.
this is when
So
we were,
this was how many years ago now?
Fuck, dude.
Is it
12.
12 years
12.
ago?
Years ago?
12.
Yeah.
Because this was the
And this is still gold.
Yeah.
this was the one
Hey.
that blew him up, right?
Can after we watch this, can we watch the one where he teaches us how to season
The steak.
the steak?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, if I can find it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you can. Go to the www.internet. Say no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I didn't hit.
All right, continue.
What am I going to do with this? This was my storage shed. This is where I kept her in the winter. And in the summers,
Oh,
when I
yeah.
was with Angel Skinners, this was her stabbing cabin. But angels have wings,
I
and
love
she
that
flew
part.
out of the relationship.
Angels have
I got a
wings.
couple air mattresses, a boat cover. Still got a hose in there, because that's how hot she'd get some days. I swear to God. And in her prime, she'd squirt back at it. Then I got with Patty Ferguson, and she gained some weight before we broke up. She was eating bugles like Nabisco needed their bags back, so this came in handy because it was climate controlled, and if my buddies caught us, I could just tell them that she was helping me move stuff. This is war, Mitchell. I don't deserve this. Turning stepping stones into frisbees.
Bird feed on it.
I'll put bird feed on your bug zapper. I hate birds.
Oh, I hate birds.
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Dude, me and Bradley bought a boat together. And
Named
Yeah,
named it-
like soon after this
Yes,
video
yeah.
came out,
we
I think
named
y'all
it the SS Donnie Baker.
So pissed.
And we went to Walmart on a Saturday morning at probably 7 a.m.
was
Yeah.
that the pontoon?
Well, it was a deck boat.
Yeah, it's kind
The
of
one that nothing worked on it, and it went
Yeah.
wide ass open and had no reverse
Dude,
or
and
steering.
The
what-
back,
that one.
the
What did
back
that
would
thing-
fill up with water.
Yeah. What did that thing have in it? It had like a fucking 350 big block in it, right?
It had a 350 small block in it, but it was
I was really taking a leap there saying big block because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
Cars.
about. I knew it was a 350 something, and I was taking a leap. I was like, God damn, I hope it was a fucking big block.
it was fucking insanely fast.
Hey, no bullshit. Matt and I would. Oh, you went with us.
went with us,
Kevin
yeah.
was with us on our maiden.
When we were-
Oh, I forgot about
Yeah, I
that.
scooped water out of the bag.
Because the bilge pump wouldn't work.
Yeah.
We went on our maiden voyage. We're fucking ripping shit across this lake. What? How fast?
Dude, we had to be going fucking
Dude, I don't know,
55,
Kevin,
60 miles an
real
hour.
quick, can we pull up just a Google tab and ask how fast do boats go normally? So we're ripping shit about 60 knots.
I don't know.
I don't know what a
I don't
knot
know what
is.
that is.
I don't know what a knot is. Oh yeah, on a lake. Yeah. Let's see what she
About
said.
40 miles an hour
Okay,
is
so
fast on water. So
we're
we were
probably-
doing more than that.
We're ripping ass across
40, 50 knots.
This, we're ripping ass across this lake, probably going 50 miles an hour in a boat that don't got brakes.
No reverse. Boats don't have
So
brakes. Reverse is the brake.
For those of you out there,
They got snow brakes.
for those of you out there that are poor and unfortunate, when you
Which
got
we were.
when you got a boat,
which is why they bought the boat they did.
We paid $300 for it.
$1,000.
And Kimberly spent like
Somebody
$70 and redid all the interior in
Somebody
it.
slapped a car motor in it, and then
Yeah.
we took it to
No,
the.
That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
So when you're in a boat and you're going forwards and you want to stop, you put it in reverse, right? So said boat,
Yeah.
Donnie Baker's boat.
Yeah.
What was it? What was the SS Donnie Baker,
Yeah.
right? And it didn't have reverse. Oh,
Or
my-
power steering.
that is-
Right.
so we are ripping shit across this lake, and these dudes are in like these $150,000 pontoon boats.
No, the
you know?
wakeboard boat.
Oh, the
It was kids
wakeboard
on the
boat.
wakeboard boat.
Yeah. Fucking trying to blow past us, and Matt just throttles the fuck down, dude. And we're in this $300 fucking liability, just fucking shitting across this lake.
Side by
Like,
side with
dude,
a $150,000 boat.
Yeah, just we're not even we're going so fast that we're barely touching the water.
No business going that fast.
No,
No, none at all.
hell no.
Dude, that boat should have killed us 10 times.
Oh yeah. Like whenever we would pull up to that little beach,
Oh, slam into the
so
fucking. Oh,
we
yeah.
were just the first time that we ever took this boat out, and then we tried to put it back on the trailer.
Didn't it like die on us the
Dude,
first,
several
first and
times.
second time?
Well, it was us three on the lake out at Weatherford,
Yeah.
and it kept dying. And I had the hood open on it, trying to fucking adjust the carburetor. And that's when the wakeboard boat guys showed up,
And he
and
thought-
they kept making laps around us,
Yeah.
like rocking the boat.
And then we fucking blew them out.
Yeah.
Now, granted, when they could turn, right?
Yeah, we couldn't.
They
So-
could stop and turn on a
So
dime.
this was a dragster boat. This
Yeah.
wasn't no fucking
Straight line.
Yeah.
This wasn't no fancy smancy NASCAR boat. Take a left, take a left. We didn't take lefts.
No, we took straight.
We took
Yeah.
straights, and we hauled
It would do good on a straight river.
yeah.
It would be the perfect boat
Like-
for that.
like the Mississippi.
If you're not coming back ever.
Dude, that's such a crazy.
So much torque, the chassis twisted.
Dude, I'm telling you, boys, that shit was fucking. Dude, that fucking. That boat would haul so much.
You
ass.
lived your life a quarter mile at a time when you took that boat out.
Well,
That's
granted-
how long fucking
Yeah.
Weatherford Lake was,
Yeah,
one end to the other.
Yeah.
We were just across it,
Done.
and then we'd get the paddle out and turn around, fucking zip back across it, dude. Hey,
Or hop in the water and turn it.
we tubed on that thing, dude. You could not stay on the tube. I mean, maybe
the
somebody.
smoke coming off the fucking back of it.
Well, not only did we have a boat that wouldn't stop and wouldn't turn, but we also had no prior boat experience.
No.
Right? So we're completely clueless about what we're doing. We find the
Barely know how to back up a trailer.
No, yeah. We go and find the cheapest, most powerful boat that we can find, and we are just going back and forth. So the first time that we went to put it on the trailer to leave the lake, said lake, because apparently you're supposed to take your boat with you when you leave.
Yeah,
we
they
were
won't
thinking,
let you just leave it tied
yeah.
up.
So we were thinking, have a good day, pull the plug, right?
Yeah.
Let's let that old girl sink to the
Yeah.
bottom. She'll turn into
She's not what we thought.
yeah, give her 30 years, she'll turn into an ecosystem.
Let the sea have her.
Yeah, we are. Don't worry, we already let all the oil out earlier.
Yeah.
You know,
on
Yeah,
the water.
it's on the water.
It just leaked out. We didn't even have to
Yeah.
let
that's
it out.
Yeah.
the worst part. Is
No, we
It
didn't.
left a rainbow trail
we're
behind it
ripping
everywhere it
shit
went.
across this lake, and it looks like there's a fucking sea of trout following us. But it was food coloring.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
shit
it was.
happens.
Food coloring.
Shit happens. Our
so we-
cooler fell over.
So
But
we-
in all fairness, though, that was the most fun summer I
Dude,
can ever remember
dude.
in my whole fucking life.
recently, that was a good ass summer.
Yes.
So we're going to put this boat back on the trailer when we leave, and whoa, don't touch there. So we we're going to put this boat back on the trailer, and we don't got reverse, we don't got brakes, and if you've ever put a boat on a trailer, you know
You need those things.
that those are like besides the going forwards, the most important parts of going on a
The power steering's pretty important
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
get
we-
it back
you-
on the trailer.
whenever
you got to be able to like maneuver it pretty well in the you know.
for a living
The
Matt,
ramp
for
area.
a living Matt turns wrenches, right?
Ish,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, now it is 2025, so he's kind of turned into a little bit of a pussy. But back in the day, when he actually used a hammer to fix your dents, right? Because if you want to fix a dent, you
But
hit,
that's not turning wrenches, though.
but you hit.
I still do that.
Oh, you still just make more dents when you're like, I'll fix a dent.
It's too high, knock it down.
That's
Cave and
right.
pave, baby.
Have you ever seen
You know what he's talking about.
Cave
Cave
and-
and pave, baby.
Cock and paint will cover what ain't.
Matt should be running a road construction crew at this point. He's like, cave and pave, baby. So
Matt, y'all ever use dildos to pop a dent out?
Nah,
All
never
the
done
time.
that.
You ever seen those videos?
I've cleaned out a
Could you
trunk
find one?
I
of a
don't know,
car that
maybe.
was
There
in
might be
an
one on
accident
TikTok.
and reached in there to get the stuff out and grabbed a hold of one time.
Nice.
So that has happened.
Can I tell the story about my experience of working at a so previously I worked at a place that Matt also worked at because we are friends. We didn't just meet. He didn't pay us to cuck him or anything. We were just joking. But so I worked
We
at
cucked him for free.
for free. So I worked at a car dealership, and a certain mayor of the city that I was working in, he traded in his daughter's car for a new car, and my job was I was like a vacuuming and detailing expert aficionado. You know, it was a pretty well paying job. I think I was making like $6.50 an hour, you know, something like that, well below minimum wage. So, and we're cleaning the mayor's daughter's car, and we find a big old baggie
Oh yeah.
of something stanky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big old baggies, something stanky.
Big old baggie
Yeah.
of something stanky.
It wasn't dirty underwear.
Yeah, and it wasn't her panties. It was some marijuana.
think that
What's that?
Oh, hey, that
That's a funny interview.
yeah. Yeah. Talk about I wish they would have done that before we did our last episode, so I would have had more shit in there.
Right.
But that's on me. That's on me. That's my problem.
Trying to find that one.
What were we even talking about?
We're talking about
dildos
working
getting
at
dents
the
out.
dealership.
Oh, dildos getting dents
The
out.
baggie of the sticky icky.
Click on the first one you see and just put it on the screen, and we'll see what happens. No, pause it.
I got you. I wish this thing would just like pop up ready to go.
Hey, Kevin, I want to ask you something. Do you think that your mom would come on the podcast?
Maybe.
Okay. That's all I needed to know. Debbie, call me. She knows.
Arriba, ahora el de arriba.
Oh.
Al final mi regalo va a servir para algo, ¿eh? Sí, al final tu regalo. Vamos para arriba, será lo del ese. Sí, ahí.
Oh,
Oh.
whoa,
Hey.
hey.
With a dick that size, you could create a dent.
Made the dent and fixed the dent all at nice. You know how rare it is for Kevin to appreciate a joke around here?
Hey, you know.
You know.
I could create a dent.
Yeah.
That's a good
Create a dent, fix a dent.
And that's why I believe that the whole myth of size doesn't matter is bullshit.
It is a myth.
Because when's the last time you ever seen a dildo that you thought was believable?
So
Ever.
I've got a question for
That you could compete with.
I've got a question for you that kind of rolls off that.
Okay.
Or well, it's for both of you, and it's for me. If you could snoop through one person's personal life, who would it be?
Suit for
One person's personal life.
One
And so you could find out about your wife. You could find out about your mother. Your
No,
mother.
I don't want. Nope.
Your mother.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't. But it wouldn't
Wouldn't
be
be a
anybody
fam-
that I know.
Because you don't want to know,
Right.
or you think you already know. Cocky ass.
Maybe both
Wow.
things I don't want to know, and
Well,
That's a
was
tough
I
one.
get probably more things I don't want to know than things that. Yeah.
well, I was talking to Nikki last week, and I don't think that you should stick with that assumption.
Oh yeah. What do you think?
I'm not going to tell you. That's confidential.
All right. Is this payback because me and your wife have a handshake?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
you know,
So I text Nikki,
I expected
and
it.
I
so
say, "What's Kevin doing wrong
I
this
can't be
week?
mad.
What's Kevin doing wrong this week? This
Well,
piece
she
of
probably
piece of
told
fucking
you.
shit. You think you can just have a handshake with my wife? You
Probably-
son of a
she
bitch!
probably told you.
You son of a bitch! Yeah, well, I bet she did. You'll never know. Anyway, so maybe your answer should be me.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? I just told you why.
I forgot what we were
Because
talking
I'm
about.
having secret conversations with your wife about you.
I forgot what we were talking about.
We're talking about, if you could,
phone went dead again.
If you could snoop through one person's private life.
It'd definitely be a person I don't know. You know what? Some wild shit right now. Diddy.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
That's
If you
what
could know.
it's crazy
I
because
mean-
that's exactly what the fuck I was thinking just now.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
maybe I
honestly-
should just leave the room.
Or like, you know what I mean? I mean,
Fuck me, right? Yeah.
a lot of shit's already coming out because of the trial, but
Yeah.
imagine being a fly on the wall there while the shit was going down.
Yeah, why he was Diddying
While he was
the
diddling.
diddler.
Diddling
Yeah.
the Diddy diddler.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
we do not pass judgment, but we do have opinions.
Listen, if I'm like, "Ooh, I'm feeling a little ashy, right? Now I could say that because ginger
You're
is the
Irish.
new black,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
They say
God.
ginger's
I
the new
forgot
black.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so Matt
so I'm
can
feeling
say that-
ashy.
There we
I'm
go.
feeling ashy, and I'm at Diddy's house,
Gingers.
right?
He
And
said,
I'm like,
feeling
fuck, dude.
ashy.
I need some baby oil because my elbows are ashy, and I go to put baby oil on my elbows, and it just drop like a fucking fly, bro. And as soon as
Wait,
I
who
wake-
did? You
No,
did.
I'm saying just in a scenario
He
So
passed
you
out.
put baby oil on your elbow.
because I'm
passed out.
ashy, right?
Right,
Because I'm,
'cause you're-
you know,
'cause you're-
because I'm ginger.
That
Right.
means that you're.
You can't say that. You can say
Oh, my
ginger,
bad.
but you cannot say ginger.
Yeah.
I
Brad-
motherfucker
Bradley,
just said
you
ginger.
use the hard R.
You cannot
and-
use the hard R, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
that-
care if you do know somebody.
Brothers, did we just
We
start
do
something?
not do that around
Did
here.
we just start
Hey.
gingers? Like,
Bro.
oh, what did you just? Matt, next time somebody says,
Juneteenth was 2 days
Brother,
ago.
brother, next time somebody says, "What's up?" Like, oh, you're a ginger. Just be like, ginger to you.
What up, my
Yeah.
ginger?
Yeah.
What up?
This world is out of control, Kevin.
If all
It's
we
out of
did,
control.
if all we have accomplished tonight, I haven't seen anybody go there.
That's because
I
don't
this
know.
is shit I think
I-
about on a daily basis.
I can't
bro.
I've
think. I
seen-
can't think. I don't think I've seen anybody.
I've seen some. I've
do that.
never seen somebody reference the ginger as a hard R.
if anybody, if
not
anybody
her.
has,
We-
if anybody has,
But- whoa,
it would
whoa,
be
whoa, whoa.
Santino.
whoa! But am I not invited to the cookout?
Yeah, he probably would.
Like
Am I not
the joke.
invited to
The
the
joke. I mean,
The joke?
the joke of the
Okay,
ER
so we
or
need
the A.
So okay, we
Yeah, I
need
can
to
see him doing that.
we need
yeah.
to spend some time figuring out if he's ever made that joke, and then if he hasn't, we're gonna run with that.
Yeah, I made
Hard.
that joke like a
Oh.
week ago.
That's
But
hilarious.
not to me, right?
Huh? No, I was at work.
No, obviously
Oh.
not, because you just heard it.
Yeah, that was at work. Me
What's
and the
up,
guy that I
my
work with.
ginger?
As a matter of fact,
Oh damn!
it was a black guy that I work with. Great dude, right?
That you said that too.
and it,
Whoa, why do you have to specify that he's a great dude? Would you be like, yeah, white guy, great dude?
Hard worker.
Yeah.
strong on plow.
Do you make him watch this?
No, but I say these jokes to
Okay,
him.
okay. Is his
Right?
name? Is
He'll
his
laugh
name,
at that.
He'll laugh at
Okay.
that.
Is his
Dude,
name,
this
is his
he's
name
cool as
Gary?
fuck. No, it's not Gary. Why would it
No,
be
no,
Gary?
I just was guessing.
No, that's Dusty. Gary the toilet scraper or whatever I said the other day. With his cutoff shirt, he
What?
has that Larry the Cable Guy look going on. I called him Gary the sewer guy. That's what I called him. Gary the sewer guy.
Gary the septic guy.
Septic guy.
That's your
There you
nickname
go,
for
Devin.
Dusty.
Dusty, that's your new nickname.
Gary the septic guy.
Gary
Yeah,
the
well,
septic guy.
yo, well, fuck you, Ginger.
It's okay. You didn't say
You fucking ginger.
Yeah, well.
Whoa!
Hey, I'm not afraid to let that 9 ring out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, take it easy, Jamal. Take it easy, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Wait,
That's
what's
the only
up?
thing I know, bro.
What's
You don't know about these streets?
Take it easy, Conor McGregor.
Whoa.
Well, there I go with the hard R's again.
You-
McGregor. Jinx, show me some coke. Did you say that? Did you say McGregor?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell
I
because
think we said it at the same time.
I couldn't tell because this whole time I've literally
You had them backwards?
bruh, for
Oh,
real.
let me see.
For
if I
real.
got-
For
Oh,
real.
Well, you deaf in one ear?
No, one's for the right and
Yeah.
one's for the left. And I just realized when Kevin said McGregor that
I've had mine good the whole time.
mine
mine are
have been
good.
backwards this whole time. And that because the whole time I've been like, it's so weird that Matt sounds like he's over there. But he's over there. But on the screen, he's over there.
Yeah.
Is that
so
fucking
you just
crazy?
thought it was flipped, so you thought it was right.
I bet you if we go back and we do all my thumb pointings again, that I just pointed the same way twice. This is the fucking why we're geniuses. This is a genius podcast, a podcast of smarties.
Yeah.
Smart and Smarkelson. That's my name.
Okay.
Smarkelson?
I'm Smart and Smarkelson.
Smart and Smarkelson.
Well, I can't say anything with R at the end
Nope.
because then I'll offend the fucking redheads.
Yep.
The fucking Irish. The fucking Irish.
They are African American.
Do you have another video? you
No,
want?
not African American, just
Irish American.
black. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me either. But I'm just gonna
That-
roll with it, bro.
Really?
Because
That's a-
I'm gonna go for
They're-
my reparation.
I
Okay.
fucking love it.
I want my reparation.
All right, Kevin. One last video.
Let's
One
see.
last
You wanna do
video.
One last video. I mean, I got something that's a whole nother topic.
No, yeah. I think we probably should do that. A different topic than the
Okay.
current one.
Well, let me ask you something.
Okay.
Do you think Helen Keller is a fraud? I saw.
Elaborate.
I mean, so yeah, I don't buy for a second the whole signing into her hand, because they say that's what. Because her whole thing is that she was what was it, deaf, dumb, and blind. Is that
Yeah.
what they say? That's what they
Dumb,
say. That's what they say.
dumb.
I don't know about dumb, deaf, mute, and blind.
He's
Well-
been over here dropping the hard R on redheads, and now he's calling people dumb.
No. How do you teach somebody something that is blind and deaf?
Spank him.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
Think about it.
No.
How do you teach somebody? And she flew a plane. She piloted a plane over the Mediterranean.
Allegedly.
Somebody,
pissed.
another pilot took off, got her up in the
She was
air,
feeling the wind
How
like
the
this.
fuck does a blind
got
and
it
deaf
up in
person
the
fly
air,
a plane?
and then said, "Here, grab these." And for 30 seconds, she flew 30,000 feet straight with nothing around her. I guarantee you that's what happened.
I'll tell you what happened, right? I'll tell you
Hey,
what. No.
She's-
Let me
she
do this.
wrote, Bradley, she wrote 14 books.
No, she didn't. But let me tell
Look,
you,
you want me to look it up?
I think that
She was a public speaker.
I think so. Did she fly in this plane with a man by the name of Jeffrey Epstein?
Don't say that.
Because it sounds like they were like, "Hey, take the."
Don't say that.
They said take the controls. She was like, "Got him." Right? They were like, "Now, veer to the left. Oh wait, back to the right. Oh, back. Oh, descend.
Turbulence.
Ascend. Ascend.
Pull the
descend,
fucking
ascend,
nose up.
Up, down, down. And then. And they were like, when you land, it's going to be wet. What, did they tell her this? Oh, well,
Are you insinuating she wasn't really on an airplane?
No,
she was on-
I don't believe she was truly blind and or deaf.
It does.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
seem amazing that a person who is blind and deaf, because if you were blind but you could hear, or you could hear but you couldn't see, it
Yeah,
seems
how do
like
you
that
teach her anything?
that this stuff would be realistic. But how would you? Maybe she was just like.
How do you tell her that's it?
Maybe she's just the smartest person who ever lived.
Well, like I said, it said she wrote like 13, 14 books. She was a public speaker. I watched this video, and she's doing her Helen Keller noises. I
Now
don't
you're
wanna-
going to hell.
I don't want to make the noises because then I would officially.
You're already going to hell, brother. Your parents are cousins. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah, not Kevin.
I don't. And there's a movie. There's a movie about this called The Miracle Worker. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
There's a scene in it where she's like in her front yard with her teacher, and the teacher, of course, it's I think it's black and white because she's.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Look, she was born in 1880, so. The teacher is pumping water from a well, I think. And the little girl that's playing Helen Keller, when she's a little, whatever, she starts like feeling the pipe, and then she's like, "Whoa!" She starts trying to say
starts
water.
doing what?
She starts trying to say water.
I told you.
It's on the movie.
I told you it's Epstein.
So
Filling the pipe. You said it, brother.
Yeah.
I don't believe for a second
Me either.
sign language in someone's hand, and she's like, "Oh, okay, WAT." How does she know the letters?
Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
It's complicated.
And then like she got like, and I think I read it. She was 19 months old when she got sick, and then she went blind and deaf.
Yeah, but 19 months old's not enough. It's
No,
not
exactly.
long
That's what
enough
I'm
to
saying. It's not-
learn the alphabet.
She
and all that
probably
shit.
remembered some stuff, maybe
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like
yeah.
drink.
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
food,
Right.
But
Right.
how do you teach her anything else?
You,
She's a fraud.
yeah.
I don't think she's real.
I think she's real. I think Kevin's just a hater.
No,
Oh, sorry. Hater.
I don't think she's real, man.
Hater.
Look it up.
Is
look it up,
is
brother.
Helen Keller real?
Was Helen Keller a real person? She was probably. So she's like.
I know they have a hospital named after her in Alabama.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I always think that
Right down the road from my mom.
She's a fraud.
if reincarnation is real, then Greta Thunberg is Helen Keller. That's what I think. Helen
Isn't that,
Keller.
the
How
little, isn't
dare
that the
you.
little girl that's?
I don't. I think she's like 20 something now though. But yeah, she was.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She just tried to like go in. Apparently, allegedly tried to deliver the supplies to like Palestine.
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
that.
And they allegedly turned her away. I don't know if it's real. I can't believe not fucking shit that
But
happens.
was it
in-
was it like a boat that got stopped?
Yeah.
or something like that.
I can't. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's not real. I just saw it on the internet, and if I see it on the
And
internet,
you know it's true.
then it
If it's on
gotta
the
be.
internet, it's true.
It gotta be right.
She went to college. What? I don't believe it. I don't believe
you
it.
don't believe that she went to college?
No,
Greta Thunberg?
no, Helen Keller.
Oh,
Look, that's
She
her
went on a
signature.
minority
How did
scholarship.
she do her signature? How'd she do her signature?
Is that her real signature?
I don't know. It's on Wikipedia.
Then it's got to be true. Dusty probably went on there and wrote that story.
Can we pull that over real quick? Just so people see that. Just so people see that we're not making this up.
That's a pretty clean signature for somebody who can't fucking see
I
or
literally
hear.
have papers at my house that have her worst handwriting on it.
Boom.
Yeah, bruh.
Allegedly,
Come
her
on.
signature.
Ain't no way. Damn, that's some nice ass
That's
handwriting.
nice.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
But she's learned, dude. She went to college.
Yeah.
She was like, oh,
Radcliffe. She got her BA at Radcliffe.
she was like, how do I write E's? And they were like, oh, like reverse threes.
Bam, she had it.
And she was like, oh, I know what that is because I've seen
don't
them before
believe it.
because I'm not blind.
I don't
Mhm.
believe it.
I don't believe it either. I don't believe a lot of things, so it's okay.
You think she's a con artist and just had everybody convinced that she was blind?
I mean,
It's hard for me. I mean, if somebody offered me enough money, I'd be
mean-
a con artist. Artist. What did I just say?
Well,
Artist.
if you were a con
If
artist, they
she-
wouldn't have to offer you money. You'd figure out.
kudos
Yeah.
to her.
Yeah, just
If she's,
con
if
'em.
she- I mean,
Yeah.
True.
she's got some balls staying with the
Play
bit.
the Family Guy one. I just want to watch it.
Oh
and
my
then,
God,
And then
yeah,
we'll
that's
gotta be
we'll
gold.
wrap
No.
this shit up.
It was funny. You were talking about what Matt just said. He's like, "Do you think she's being or you're faking it and everything?" Family Guy. That's the joke they play on this clip.
Oh, is it?
that she was faking?
Tonight, I want to go out and just get wasted. And not one of these campus bars.
You want me to
I
move it
wanna
over?
get wrecked by
Oh, okay.
Do you guys think Helen Keller's real?
Get out of here.
Tonight, I want
I didn't know you wanted me to move.
Oh, my bad. That's on me. I gotta be a better director.
to go out and just get wasted. And not one of these campus bars. I want to get wrecked by a townie.
Helen, you're outrageous. I can't believe you're getting away with this.
I've been getting away with this since I was 7. Believe me, I know what I'm doing.
Good morning, girls. Helen?
She
Tonight, I
flips
wanna
him
go out
off
and
at
just
the
get
end.
Wasted. And not one of these campus bars. I want to get wrecked by a townie.
Helen, you're outrageous.
Oh my God.
You're getting away with this.
I've been getting away with this since I was 7. Believe me, I know what I'm doing.
Good morning, girls. Helen?
How do they get away with this shit, dude?
That's what I don't know. I think it's just because it's a cartoon they get away
Yeah.
with it.
That's pretty good.
What is it on? They let him do whatever. Is it CBS?
Yeah.
I think it's on
That Family Guy's on or TBS?
I think
TBS.
it's on like,
TBS.
Fox.
Oh,
But they also do
FX.
They do play it on. They do show them on TBS and stuff. All right, boys. Well, I got to pee, so it seems like a good time to call it quits. Matt, we appreciate you coming on and doing your best impersonation of Dusty. Y'all have got like the same size beard.
Ish. Yeah.
So we thought maybe, and maybe I shouldn't have brought it up because then nobody would have known, right? They'd have been like, maybe Dusty has a cold and doesn't feel like talking so much, right?
Maybe
that's what I would have thought. But hey, we are the Punchline Project. I do know the name of my own podcast. I did learn it. I have been learning it. I've been repeating it to myself every night before bed 10 to 15 times. I say Punchline Project, Punchline Project. Oh, fuck. I almost fell asleep. Anyway, we are the Punchline Project. We do appreciate you for tuning in. Look us up on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, right?
Yes.
Those
are you doing Spotify or are you trying?
Oh, yeah,
still trying
Spotify. And I got a secret Twitter account that Dusty and Kevin don't know about. Maybe, well, they do now. But anyway, follow us.
Twitter's not real.
No. It X. I'm on X. All right. Peace.